see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to be here today to celebrate with family and friends this important milestone in your professional lives. You have worked hard and will serve your community well as physicians, scientists, and researchers. Your work as healers is critical to our society. You will help your fellow citizens lead long and healthy lives and serve as role models by creating a culture of caring. You carry forward not only the professional oaths and ethical principles of your professions, but also the commitment to social justice and responsibility at the heart of Jewish tradition and at the core of the mission of Touro University, Nevada. The care and kindness you will bring to all you serve will be a mitzvah, a great blessing for our families and our communities. I will now recite the Birchas Kohanim, known as the priestly blessing, and wish you joy and success in your careers and all of the journeys life sets before you. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the Lord bless you and guard you. Yor Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May the Lord shine his countenance towards you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord lift his countenance toward you and give you peace. To all of today's graduates, it is a pleasure to bless you and the work you are committing to in the name of a better society. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Please be seated. Thank you, Rabbi Rubin. Touro University, Nevada is a Jewish-sponsored institution of higher learning. Rabbi Rubin provides support for us in a variety of ways, and we're grateful for his work throughout the university community. Please join me in not only thanking Rabbi Rudin, but the Basic Academy Marine Corps Junior ROTC, and Mr. Tom Gugino. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you today, students, faculty, staff, families and friends, university leadership, and most of all, today's graduates from the College of Osteopathic Medicine. Commencement is one of the most significant events in the life of a university and its students. Today, we celebrate the achievements of our graduates and remember and thank those who laid the foundation for their accomplishments. Today is the day that all the sacrifice, the hard work, the long days, the all-nighters, and the loans incurred to finance your education have finally paid off. Graduates, you have achieved your goal. It is my sincerest wish for each and every one of you, as I would wish my own children, that as you do well, and you will, that you also do good. A little over a year ago, it would have been unfathomable for any of us to predict that we would all be quarantined due to a worldwide pandemic. Since the beginning of the pandemic, our Touro students stepped up without hesitation to help meet the needs of our community. I am so incredibly proud when I think of the ways the Touro, Nevada family came together during the pandemic. Our students put on their scrubs and provided hundreds of free COVID-19 screenings to the most vulnerable people in our community. We delivered thousands of much-needed masks to local hospitals and medical groups who were desperate at the time for PPE. Our students also made grocery deliveries to local seniors and first responders, and provided critical tutoring for school children adjusting to learning in a virtual world. Since the rollout of the vaccines, our students and faculty have been leading the charge by administering far more than 10,000 COVID-19 vaccines across Southern Nevada. Because of these invaluable experiences, our students can say that they played a critical role in helping to save lives during this pandemic. The acts of courage and selflessness displayed over this challenging year gives me so much hope for our future. On behalf of the Touro family, I want to personally thank our students and faculty for their extraordinary efforts during very extraordinary times. Life may be unpredictable, but your role as physicians, scientists, and researchers have never been more critical. Today, you transition from student to provider, or for those continuing on with your education, you will be the compassionate and dedicated leaders who will help in so many ways, so many people in need. During this pandemic, and long after we reopen our communities and begin returning to what will inevitably be the next normal. So today, we celebrate you, all that you've done to reach this milestone in your lives, and all that you will be and do for mankind. Thank you for entrusting your education to Touro. I'm very proud to count you among our alumni and see you now as leaders and mentors for future generations of Touro students. You are a part of the early history of this dynamic, remarkable university, and I am so very grateful for your faith, your confidence, your involvement, and mostly for your future success. I'm proud to say that among our graduates, faculty, and staff, there are active members and veterans of the United States Armed Forces. I'm delighted that we were able to provide honor cords to the military personnel and veterans who are part of our campus community. These graduates, faculty, and staff, together with family members and friends who also serve our country, may not be able to be with us today because of their service, also deserve our recognition and thanks. Would the graduates, faculty, and staff who are active members or veterans of our armed forces please stand, and will the rest of us please join me in acknowledging their service to our country? Thank you. Each of our graduates has a unique story and a unique path that has led him or her to Touro. Some came from families of physicians, nurses, or other health professionals ready to jump in and make their mark on their professions. Others were seeking an entirely new path, a second or even third career where they could serve the community and make a greater difference in the world. Our graduates are a diverse group, but they all share the strength of character and commitment that reflects our university's mission and our shared values of social justice, intellectual pursuit, and service to humanity. Graduates, whether you are like me, the first in your family to go to college and earn a degree, or the latest in a long line of professionals in your field, your family members have played an important role in your success. I'd like to ask the graduates to join me in a well-deserved round of applause for the loved ones who you may not have been able to see this past year, but who have supported you on your journey that brought you here today. This day also celebrates the relationship between you as students and your faculty, many of whom have served as mentors and trusted advisors as well as teachers. Your graduation is a wonderful tribute to that relationship and to the work of the faculty. I have never worked with a more professional and devoted group of people. Please join me in acknowledging a talented group of scholars, the Touro faculty. Today's ceremony commemorates both the accomplishments of your academic career and your continuing commitment to service. Not only have you faced some of the most intense and difficult educational challenges imaginable, but you have also accepted the responsibilities that come with serving your fellow man and in turn serving your community. You are a special group of people, and we will all benefit from the work that you will do. One of the pleasures of leading a small campus is the feeling that we are all part of an extended family. I couldn't be prouder of your accomplishments, and I'm truly honored to share this special moment in your lives with you. I would now like to introduce the members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until the entire platform party has been introduced. Members of the platform party, please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all have been introduced. Rabbi Rubin, University Rabbi. Dr. Andrew Priest, Chief Academic Officer and Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Dr. Wolfgang Gilliar, Dean of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Philip Tompkins, Dean of Students. Dr. Laura Yavitz, Associate Vice President, Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Interim Vice Provost. Ms. Melody Crickman, Associate Vice President of Communications and Government Affairs. Dr. Derek Meeks, Vice Dean, College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Terrence Miller, Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Vladimir Bondarenko, Director, Medical Health Science Program. Our student speaker, Dr. Victoria Laura, graduate in the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine program. Touro University, Nevada is a part of a larger Jewish-sponsored higher education enterprise. The Touro College and University System was founded in 1970 by Dr. Bernard Lander and has grown from a men's college with 35 students to more than 19 students studying at 30 universities and colleges in 4 countries. The President and Chief Executive Officer of Touro, Dr. Alan Kadish, regrets that he will not be able to join us today. However, he did send a video of congratulations for us to view now.
Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, administration, family, and friends. Welcome to Touro University, Nevada's commencement exercises. I regret that we cannot all be together with all of you today, but please know that we are with you in spirit on this special day. Along with all of you, I'm delighted to celebrate the achievements of our graduates today and recognize all those who have supported their goals and believed in their dreams every step of the way. Parents, children, partners, family, and friends. They know the graduates' perseverance and determination. Today, we honor and celebrate the culmination of all of your hard work and your commitment to fulfilling your dreams. I am confident that our graduates will continue to transform their aspiration into realities. From the moment we opened, Touro University, Nevada has endeavored continuously to enhance the standards of excellence at our school and to provide a truly innovative and inspiring educational environment. In pursuit of our mission to educate and model the values of compassion, service, and social justice, I am confident that we have instilled in the graduates a commitment to serve humanity. You graduates are ambassadors of our institution, and your service to your communities will continue to attest to the value of our mission. The COVID pandemic has had an extraordinary impact on everyone, and especially upon students who have been forced to adapt to paradigm shifts that may not be temporary. Around the world, millions have lost their lives, and many more have suffered because of these tragic losses. We are indeed fortunate to be turning the corner on this terrible episode. But there's also been some good news. We have persevered as a nation and seen firsthand how science and medicine have advanced. As a result, we may actually be a little closer to seeing everyone in the same light because of our shared experience. Life is change, and the ability to adapt to change, to persevere with courage and determination, makes all the difference. Indeed, as the pandemic hopefully winds down, there are a number of lessons we have learned in this short period of this very long year. For one, we know conclusively that science and medicine have advanced to the point where we can quickly isolate a virus and create a vaccine in record time. We've also seen how misinformation about the virus has spread as quickly as the disease itself, and that misinformation was often deadly. And not least of all, we've learned a lesson that we already knew, that in a time of crisis, there are many people who will step forward and offer their services. Our school, our faculty, and many of our students can say they were proud of the solution and part of their solution in many ways. You will recall these days, as my parents and grandparents' generation recall the Great Depression or World War II, as a time of challenge and renewal. As you pursue your dreams, remember there will be many other challenges. Patience, persistence, positivity, and perseverance will win the day. All of you have worked hard to get to this point today. I'm confident that you will continue to meet the challenges before you and apply the knowledge and skills that you have learned at Touro University, Nevada to your future lives and careers. And I welcome each of you as Touro alumni. As you fulfill your professional ambitions, remember you will always be part of our school's family. Make us proud and share your achievements with your deans and teachers. We look forward to sharing your success. Congratulations, class of 2021. Now more than ever, the world is counting on you.
Thank you, Dr. Kadish, for your thoughtful words, and congratulations to our graduates. The academic leadership of Touro University, Nevada, is provided by the university's Chief Academic Officer and Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, Dr. Andrew Priest. Please welcome Dr. Priest as he shares his thoughts on this significance of today.
Thank you, Shelley. Good afternoon. As the Chief Academic Officer, it is my pleasure to congratulate you, the newest Touro University, Nevada graduates. Completing a graduate professional school is not easy. Only 13% of U.S. adults have an advanced degree. You have even more reasons to be proud of your accomplishment. You have managed to complete your graduate degree through a pandemic. You are now prepared for the next step in your career path, and I know you will each make an important contribution to your community. As you continue in your career, I urge you to remember the Touro vision: to serve, to lead, to teach. Even through this pandemic, you found ways to serve our community. You learned that service is more than just doing your job. It is stepping out to help those less fortunate in our communities. Leadership requires courage, passion, and humility. You showed leadership in your willingness to be at the forefront of this pandemic. When you teach, you share your knowledge. Teaching is also about listening and continuing to learn. Whatever path brought you to Touro University, Nevada, and this momentous day, you have gained knowledge and skills that I hope you will put to use in service to others. Thank you, graduates, for your dedication, hard work, and leadership. I look forward to the great things that each of you will do in your lives. Thank you. Congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Priest. Now the College Dean will say a few words of welcome. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Wolfgang Gilliard, Dean of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. Invite him to the podium.
Thank you, Shelley. Congratulations. This is an understatement. I should say, congratulations squared. What you have accomplished in these past 4 years is at the pinnacle of any dedicated course of studies. Any. But it is more than a course of studies, more than the stringing along of courses, workshops, anatomy and OMM labs, and ASCII experiences. You have finished what I would like to call your own sculpture class, where you and your mind, your soul and your heart all came together to formulate that professional, the you, a you that I would venture to say even you did not anticipate you could reach a short 4 years ago when you got your letter of acceptance. What you have sculpted is a person guided by professionalism. We talk about professionalism and what it means to become a physician. The white coat is one of the first symbols that invested you. The first time you heard the lub-dub of your lab partner's heart and you realized what that first and second heart sound actually represented. The first listen to the lungs were probably as nebulous as your first attempts at looking into a patient's eyes and ears. You sculpted yourself by fine-tuning your senses. You sharpened them through observation, through listening, through touching and palpating, and developing your sense of smell, of understanding, both literally and figuratively. And through practice, steady, repeat practice of those skills. Practice. We do call it the practice of medicine. So what can I tell you that you don't know already? What should I use as my last deanly exhortation now, where I have you so captive in the audience? Let me continue with a simple thought, one that might nonetheless not be so easy. Practice presence. Practice being in the present. Practice medicine at the moment where you meet your patient at that very same moment. Practice the choice of words that carry, that support, that lighten the patient's loads, and that show that you care while not giving up, looking for a cure. Practice being present for the patient and with the patient and her and his family, friends, and all those who matter. Lighten the burden of your patients and build a narrative that shows that you are enlightened, open, free of judgment, and full of understanding. When you take each moment as a gift for your patient, you keep sculpting yourself. Practice the art of self-reflection, self-determination, and self-acceptance so that you can really see the person across. We are at a critical moment in society here today. Here and today. A society that should be strong and ever so supportive of your and each other's commitment and work. Today's society seems ever so divided. Please do your part to seek and foster common values of trust, belonging, that common ground, listening and hearing the other side, seeing and imagining the glow in the other person, touching and being touched by the miracle of our humanness, tasting and feeling the taste of successful commitment to higher values. In short, the more you are able to work and practice in the moment on yourselves, the more you will show the success these past 4 years of medical education gave to you at this great place called TUNCOM. Keep polishing your own persona through compassion and commitment to a better place for all. I wish you not only the fortitude and strength in so doing, but many moments of true joy and rewards. Remember, you are doing your work not for yourself, but for others. And there is no higher calling than that. Please stay in the present to always be present for those who need you. And as my last Monday nudge, the rest will come automatically as long as you don't do any silly things. Congratulations, squared.
Thank you, Dean Gilliar. At Touro, we believe that our commencement ceremony should reflect the thoughts and feelings of our graduates. So an outstanding individual has been asked to speak and represent their college and their colleagues. This year's speaker representing the College of Osteopathic Medicine is Dr. Victoria Laura. Victoria was born and raised in Temecula, California. She went to UCLA and received a bachelor's degree in physiological science with a minor in film, television, and digital media studies. During her time at Touro University, she served in various leadership positions, including student admissions director and the DO21 public relations representative. In addition, Victoria was awarded Student Leader of the Year in 2019 and was the 2020 recipient of the Clark County Medical Society Rising Star Award. Upon graduation, she will be moving to Phoenix, Arizona, where she will begin her child neurology residency at the Barrow Neurological Institute at Phoenix Children's Hospital. Please help me in welcoming to the podium Dr. Victoria Laura.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for braving air travel and long car rides to attend the graduation for the 2021 Masters of Health Science and the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine students. On behalf of both classes, we are grateful for each family member, friend, and educator joining us today, as well as those joining us on the live stream. Given the state of the world, we didn't know if today would be possible. But Touro University, Nevada has proven that not even a global pandemic can stop the pursuit of higher education and the passion to contribute to the medical community. I first wanted to recognize the achievements of the Masters of Health Science graduates who started and completed their education virtually and persevered. Whether you are entering the workforce or continuing on to another medical specialty, we wish you the greatest of success. As a member of the DO21 class, it is a true joy to celebrate the culmination of 4 challenging and wonderful years with all of you. The DO21s experienced many firsts. We were the first class with a new systems-based curriculum. We were the first class to apply for residency interviews virtually during a global pandemic. We were also the first class not required to take the COMLEX 2PE exam. For many things, we had to be an example to those following after us. And I'm delighted to say DO21s have done so with grace, humor, and fortitude. While we experienced these firsts, we also had some lasts. We were the last class to experience the pre-renovated Touro with the old lecture halls and lunch area with only 3 working microwaves. We were the last class to hold a smaller cohort number of only around 130 people. We were the last, and albeit first class, to experience casino med school during said renovations. As Touro is ever expanding and innovating its campus, I know we at least won't be the last class to experience weekly construction updates via email. I am so proud to stand with my cohort today as we say goodbye to Touro University, Nevada, and hello to being physicians. We've studied diligently, sacrificing many hours to achieve near impossible feats. Our class was top ranked for first-time pass rate for the COMLEX Level 1 board exam. The following year, we had a 100% first-time pass rate for the COMLEX 2CE board exam, surpassing the national average. Our class, I think that's worth of applause, yeah. Our class works hard, but we also know how to relax and regenerate, from class trips to Zion National Park, boating on the Colorado River, and house gatherings celebrating various holidays. Most importantly, our class cares for others, which is a great reflection of the compassionate doctors we will soon become. Members of the DO21 class were among the first volunteers for COVID testing at the Cashman Center for the Homeless, generating worldwide news. Within our cohort, we have experienced deaths and birth, divorce and marriage, and through it all, we have persevered and celebrated together. I would be delighted to stand beside any one of these people and call them colleague and friend. So, as we continue to celebrate the accomplishments of both the MHS and DO21 graduates today, I wanted to leave you with some words of wisdom. Not written by me, of course, but someone much wiser than I. In C.S. Lewis's 1960 book, The Four Loves, he wrote the following: "Don't let your happiness depend on something you may lose. In our unpredictable world, we can lose money, possessions, and prestige. May we choose to invest in things that matter. Investment in our relationships, care for our colleagues, and dedication towards our patients, that we may gain fulfillment and happiness in a life that betters the lives of those around us." Congratulations, classes of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Laura. Please, let's give our speaker another round of well-deserved applause. Now, for the moment we have been waiting for, it's time to confer the degrees on this year's graduates. Will Dr. Priest and Dean Gilliard please stand? It is my understanding from you that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements of the degrees that we award today. Will all of the graduates please stand? You have been recommended to me by your Chief Academic Officer, Academic Dean, and distinguished faculty. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and members of the Board of Trustees of Touro University and College System, I now confer upon the candidates who have successfully completed their degree requirements the appropriate degrees with all the rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. I congratulate you and encourage you to take seriously the responsibilities that come with being an educated, professional, and productive individual in today's society. We commend you for accomplishing this special milestone in your academic career, and we welcome you as the most recent alumni of Touro University, Nevada. Please be seated. At this time, the degree candidates will be presented and acknowledged by the Dean and Director of their program. I now welcome Dr. Bondarenko, Director of the Medical Health Sciences Program, who will present the candidates for the Master of Science in Medical Health Sciences. Will the graduates please come forward?
Thank you, Shelley. I am pleased to present the candidates for Master of Science in Medical Health Science degree. Dr. Terry Els and I will hood the graduates, and Dean Gilliard will congratulate the students and present them with their diplomas.
It's that time. Maria Patricia Ascano. Adam Bradley. Ethel Kate Brianis. Julian Bricks. Rionda Carradine. Anna Cole. Ji Young Choi. Monrosh Dillon. Evan Dunn. Karina Beatrice Fama. McKenna Griffin. Brogan Hill. Cody Ishikawa. Patel Jean-Pierre. Tia Justice. Alicia Lee. Paul Lee. Hugh Ling Lee. Joanna Lung. Sebastian Mace Manahan. Guadalupe Mercado. Alyssa Marie Nakamura. Rishi Nanda. Hamza Nakvi. Alexa Ramos. Shagayak Rod. Nancy Salazar Velasco. Rodeza Tabano. Kana Tron. Elaine Patricia Tupis. Jason Ward. Chander Williams. And Haley Wingender.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates from the Medical Health Sciences program. Graduates, you may be seated. Please welcome again Dr. Wolfgang Gilliard, Dean of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. Will the candidates for Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degree please come forward? Oh, I already wiped it.
I am pleased to present the candidates for the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degree. Doctors Robert Baker, Julie Zacharias, Paul Kalikas, Scott Harris, Karen Dews, and Sharon McKenna will hood the graduates. In some cases, students will be hooded by a close relative or mentor who is a clinician or faculty member. Will all faculty and guest tutors please make your way to the stage now? I will congratulate the students and present them with their diploma. But no handshake, unfortunately, but my elbow, whatever bump, comes from the heart. All right, on we go.
Dr. Sean Nichols, hooded by TUN faculty member Dr. Derek Meeks. Dr. Kai Raymond, hooded by father-in-law Dr. Philip Plotho. Dr. Priya Shah, hooded by cousin sister Ajita, Dr. Ajita Shah. Dr. James Bowman, hooded by mentor and best friend, Dr. Alan Warren. Dr. Raymar Baeza, hooded by TU1 faculty member, Dr. Aurelio Muyot. Dr. Claire Chen, hooded by mentor, Dr. Brandon Sneed. Dr. Brian Tran, hooded by sister, Dr. Canny Tran. Dr. Taylor Baker, hooded by father, Dr. Doug Baker. Dr. Alana Helfand, hooded by father, Dr. Edward Helfand. Dr. Michael Valerio, hooded by TU1 faculty member, Dr. Elias Patak. Dr. Renita Ng, hooded by TU1 faculty member, Dr. Elias Patak. Dr. Jessica Antonell, hooded by Touro alum, Dr. Eliza Karvovsky. Dr. Bosco Theodore, hooded by father, Dr. Gregory Theodore. Dr. Scott Goodsell, hooded by father, Dr. John Goodsell. Dr. Ravina Bakru, hooded by mother, Dr. Jody Bakru. Dr. Taylor Farish, hooded by wife, Dr. Kara Pretzloff. Dr. Avi Sonnenschein, hooded by father, Dr. Ken Sonnenschein. Dr. Llewellyn Palau Tan, hooded by Father Dr. Leon Cho Tan. Dr. Tajinder Badial, hooded by mentor Dr. Lloyd Del Mundo. Dr. Andrew Kim, hooded by mentor Dr. Lloyd Del Mundo. Dr. Hallie Taylor, hooded by TUN faculty member Dr. Michael Olick. Dr. Alexander Luong, hooded by preceptor Dr. Michael Phillips. Dr. Amber Daywood, hooded by Father Dr. Moniz Daywood. Dr. Majed Kurtam, hooded by brother Dr. Mahanad Kurtam. Dr. Thanapath Tanachiva, hooded by sister Dr. Nantia Jo. Dr. Mimi Hong, hooded by preceptor and TUN alum Dr. Ori De Vera. Dr. Kayla Yoshida, hooded by Father Dr. Roland Yoshida. Dr. Gino Soriano, hooded by Dr. Roxanne David. Dr. Raya Ali Akbar, hooded by Mother Dr. Sadaf Najmabadi. Dr. Ryan Wolski, hooded by Mother Dr. Sherry Wolski. Dr. Eliana Sternfeld, hooded by Aunt Dr. Sharon Sternfeld. Dr. Adam Rive, hooded by Dr. Stephen Rive. Dr. Min Fan, hooded by Uncle Dr. Tong Nguyen. Dr. Sue Boo, hooded by Preceptor Dr. Travis Snyder. Dr. Taylor Vickery, hooded by Preceptor Dr. Travis Snyder. Dr. Dennis Doe, hooded by Brother Dr. Victor Huang. Dr. Preethika Venugopal, hooded by Mother and Father, Dr. Guha and Dr. Bala Venugopal. Dr. John Paul, hooded by Cousin Major Dana Peralta, MD, U.S. Air Force. Dr. Yara Badrakhan. The next group of students will be hooded by Dr. Dahlia Wax. Dr. Daryl Marr. Dr. Eddie Shum. Dr. Jerry Wang. Dr. Michelle Beck. Dr. Allison Boynton. Dr. Jonathan Chakrian. Dr. Jessica Chan. Dr. Grissom Connery. Dr. Akash Gai. Dr. Amanda Hertzler. Dr. Amin Maniar. Dr. Connor Mark Peck. Dr. Tanner Souza. Dr. Sayeda Raiha Zaidi. Dr. Ivy Dang. Dr. Indraneel Prabhu. Dr. Z. Lin. The next group of students will be hooded by TUN faculty member Dr. Paul Kalidas. Dr. Paul Kalikas. Dr. Zara Ismail Dosaji. Dr. Yama Jalal. Dr. Hunwoon Kang. Dr. Christopher Keegan. Dr. Eric Korsgaard. Dr. Lindsay Leggett. Dr. Jason Ma. Dr. Joshua Markham. Dr. Rhiannon Ryan. Dr. Narine Uremian. Dr. Nagina Abdiani. This next group of students will be hooded by TUN faculty member Dr. Robert Baker. Dr. Joseph Alexander. Dr. Stephanie Black. Dr. James Broadbent. Dr. Eric Cullen. Dr. Valerie Davidson. Dr. Daniel Demers. Dr. Gundip Dillon. Dr. John Ekblad. Dr. Matthew Ernie. Dr. Allison Go. Dr. Jennifer Onaga. Dr. Jeremy Fitzgerald, hooded by Dr. Julie Zacharias. Dr. Dallin Gillette. Dr. Timothy Golia. Dr. Andy He. Dr. Young Woon Ha. Dr. Omer Ilyas. Dr. David McDougall. The next group of students will be hooded by TU1 faculty member Dr. Karen Deuce. Dr. Brenner Meekum. Dr. Allison Moran. Dr. Sammy George Masalam. Dr. Calvin No. Dr. Christine Nguyen. Dr. Vincent Nominee. Dr. Victoria Laura. The next group of students will be hooded by TUN faculty member Dr. Scott Harris. Dr. Taylor Pickering. Dr. Dylan Perkis. Dr. Neha Reddy. Dr. Henry Matthew Santos. Dr. Adam Shaffee. Dr. Payal Shah. Dr. Ashita Sharma. Dr. Shariar Siddiqui. Dr. Cody Sumida. Dr. Drew Neil Patel. The next group of students will be hooded by TUN faculty member Dr. Sharon McKenna. Dr. Kendi Tang. Dr. Omar Taya. Dr. Dustin Tran. Dr. Tyler Voss Hamrick. Dr. Cyril Ward. Dr. Charles Worth. Dr. Tak Yao. And Dr. Yolanda Zhang.
All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right. We can do better than that. I am pleased to present the candidates for the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degree graduating in 2021. Welcome and a round of applause, standing ovation for them. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here we go. There we go. All righty, would the graduates please stand, keep standing, and any physician, an osteopathic physician in the room, in the hall, if you would like to join us in reciting the osteopathic oath, please say along with me. We will be testing your memory right now. I hereby affirm my loyalty to the profession. Okay, every year it's like this. Every year we don't practice, so let's go forward. I will start speaking, and you can repeat, and we'll listen if you can do it right. Okay, let's start again. I hereby affirm my loyalty to the profession. Perfect. I'm about to enter. I will be mindful always of my great responsibility to preserve the health and the life of my patients, to retain their confidence and respect, both as a physician and a friend, who will guard their secrets with scrupulous honor and fidelity, to perform faithfully my professional duties, to employ only those recognized methods of treatment consistent with good judgment and with my skill and ability, keeping in mind always nature's laws and the body's inherent capacity for recovery. I will be ever vigilant in aiding in the general welfare of the community, sustaining its laws and institutions, not engaging in those practices which will in any way bring shame or discredit upon myself or my profession. I will give no drugs for deadly purposes to any person though it may be asked of me. I will endeavor to work in accord with my colleagues in a spirit of progressive cooperation, and never by word or by act cast imputations upon them or their rightful practices. I will look with respect and esteem upon all those who have taught me my art. To my college, I will be loyal and strive always for its best interests and for the interests of the students who will come after me. I will be ever alert to further the application of basic biologic truth to the healing arts and to develop the principles of osteopathy which were first enunciated by Andrew Taylor Still. In the presence of this gathering, I bind myself to my oath. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gilliar. Please join me in congratulating the graduating class of 2021 medical students from Touro University, Nevada. This year, we have 3 osteopathic medicine graduates that are being recommissioned and promoted into the military based on their participation in the Health Professions Scholarship Program. From the Air Force, please welcome graduates Dr. Kai Raymond and Dr. Sean Nichols. From the Navy, welcome Dr. Jerry Lynn. Dr. Dan Bolton, adjunct faculty of the College of Osteopathic Medicine and colonel in the United States Army retired, will administer the oath to these students.
Certainly a wonderful day today. Such fine young people graduating from all the colleges within the university. I give my congratulations to them. At this time, we have a special presentation here. We have students that have become doctors of osteopathic medicine, and now will be going into that career. But in addition to that, they're going to be recommissioned in the military because they also have another career, and that is defenders of the U.S. Constitution. What makes a difference today is that these officers were prior commissioned officers while in medical school in what's called the Medical Service Corps. Today, they're taking oath of office to be recommissioned in the Medical Corps. That means they'll be able to put the initials MC behind their names. This also means that being commissioned in the Medical Corps, that comprises only 2 types of doctors: doctors of osteopathic medicine and doctors of medicine. And so these fine doctors now will be joining that rank. I'll be reading Oath of Commission. You'll start out repeating after me. When I say I, all three of you will announce to the public your names. And then following that, you'll repeat after me this very special oath. Officers will begin. I, your names please. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear faith and allegiance to the same, that I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Okay, officers, about face. Render your salute. On behalf of the President of the United States, I congratulate you three officers into the Medical Corps. Just give them a round of applause, please. Okay? Okay? All right. Okay. Parade rest. Parade rest. Officers dismissed.
Thank you, Dr. Bolton, and congratulations to these three officers in the United States Air Force and Navy. Let's have another round of applause for all of our graduates today. All great universities engender a sense of loyalty among their graduates. Alumni come together to participate in major university events, to celebrate long-standing traditions, or to provide much-needed support for their university. Here to welcome the graduates to the growing and impressive group of alumni from Touro University, Nevada, is Ms. Melody Crickman, Associate Vice President of Communications and Government Affairs from the Office of Advancement.
I want to welcome the graduates of Spring Commencement 2021 as the newest alumni of Touro University, Nevada. You have faced many challenges and sacrifices as you have worked toward your goals. Your dedication and perseverance have helped you reach this point, and I hope you enjoy this special day with your family, friends, and classmates. Your hard work has provided you an important tool for your future. You can meet significant needs in healthcare and education that are vital in our society and communities. You have faced many challenges and sacrifices. Oops, that's a duplicate. As a graduate of Touro University, Nevada, you also share a connection with over 5,300 alumni who have graduated before you. I encourage you to stay connected with the university and strengthen the relationships you have forged as a student with your Touro family. I ask that you as alumni share your time and talents to help build a stronger community for Touro, Nevada. In return, I commit our time and efforts to keeping you informed about the university. The degree which you have received today is something you will always be proud of. I wish you great success in all of your future endeavors. Best of luck, class of 2021. And now, please welcome Rabbi Rubin back to the podium to address the significance of the shofar. Following the sounding of the shofar, Dr. Philip Tompkins, Dean of Students, will come to the podium for closing remarks.
The shofar is a musical instrument formed from the horn of a ram. Shofar was first used by the Jewish nation at the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai. It was also used to notify the Jewish nation in the wilderness of any communal gatherings. The shofar is used every year as well on Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, to mark the new beginning. The shofar has a mournful sound invoking repentance from us and God's forgiveness of our inequities and shortcomings. This commencement is an important assembly, and for the graduates, a new beginning. Let us all embrace the lessons of the shofar. At this time, I will sound the shofar.
Thank you, Rabbi Rubin, for sharing the tradition of the shofar with us this afternoon. Today has been a day to remember. To our graduates, many accolades for what you have accomplished. You now stand on the precipice to go forward and make an even more profound mark on our society. To the parents, family, friends, partners, and spouses here celebrating your graduates' accomplishments, thank you for your presence. I know the sacrifices and support you have offered to those walking across the stage are two of the key reasons why we are able to celebrate these student successes. As Dean of Students, I get the privilege of interacting with Touro students day in and day out. Through each of my interactions, you have left me with hope and positive expectation. I have found in my time working at Touro that our students are smart, motivated, and generous. These qualities have come through even during this time when you each were required to be so committed and singularly focused on your own learning. I encourage you to remember every day the reasons you chose your profession. Remember that you went into this work to make a difference in the lives of others. Remember that you sat at your graduation feeling optimistic, hopeful, and encouraged. Hold on to that. If things get tough some days, and they almost certainly will, try to stop and think about how you feel today. I wish each of you the happiness and success you deserve. We ask that members of the audience remain in the stands until the platform party, faculty, and students have completed the recessional. The graduates will be able to join their friends and family outside the venue. Ms. Shelley Berkeley, CEO and Senior Provost of Touro Western Division, will lead the recessional. Let the recessional begin.